Hey, this is Michelle at Counseling Recovery, and today I want to talk about feeling other people's feelings. And there can be some problems with that, right? Especially if you're codependent. So when we feel somebody else's feelings, we can easily lose ourselves. But the good news is that when you have this trait, it probably means that you're super empathetic and you're a really, really good support person. So you want to be able to preserve that empathy without it hurting you. So part of what I suggest is when you're hearing somebody else's pain, focus on yourself. Focus on taking a breath and imagining that their pain is actually theirs and you don't have to do anything to fix it. You can just listen, show support, validate their pain, but let them have it, because that's the gift of friendship, is to be able, especially in healthy friendships, is to be able to hear somebody's pain without fixing it or trying to control it. Because when you're on the receiving end of that, it can be frustrating, because people typically don't want solutions to their pain. They just want to be heard. But when we feel somebody else's feelings, what tends to happen also is that we rob the other person of experiencing their own pain. And even though, yes, pain is difficult and it's not something we typically want to volunteer for, it is how we grow. So if I'm robbing somebody of their own pain and their own natural consequences of their own life, they're not going to learn the valuable lesson that's attached to it. And I want to support people in learning. And sometimes this is hard. It's hard to hear people's pain. It can bring up our own pain. But part of what I want to recommend that you do is to remember that it really is a gift to let somebody else have their own pain, and to practice using your breath to create some separation so that you feel like you can stay in your own self while still being supportive to them, because that's emotional health. We don't want to feel everybody else's pain because it's too much. It creates too much stress for us. So part of self-care in codependent recovery is being able to recognize your own boundaries. And if that's difficult, I have these journal prompts for self-care and boundaries to walk you through how do you start to identify what those are, because that's super important. And feeling somebody else's feelings is a boundary issue. That's something that can hurt us if we don't know where we end and they begin, because taking on somebody else's pain creates a lot more pain for us. And we don't need to do that. You can still be empathetic without doing that. And that's what this video hopefully is going to help you do. So, all right, I'm going to leave the link to the journal prompts in the post, or you can go to counselingrecovery.com and get them there. All right, bye.